Hello, you guys. Welcome back. We are in November. It is weird. Where did the year go? Um, I saw somebody comment on like a TikTok and it was like, where is October and why is she in such a rush? Because I feel like the month of October kind of flew
Uh-huh.
by. And I think for me, it flew by because like we got married September 28th. So we were just kind of like thrown into it. And then I don't know, just like things got busy all of a sudden. But I don't know. I like November because like it starts to get like cold and cozy and you stop
hmm
having those random freaking heat waves in New England. Like it's
Oh, we had some
disgusting.
of those.
Yeah, like some days you like wake up and it's like, ooh, it's crisp. And then it's like you need shorts midday and you're like, what the fuck? And then at night it's
Uh-huh.
freezing again. Like I'm done with
Uh-huh.
that. So we're here for the burr months.
The burr. Yeah, no,
Burr.
I had been stealing eBay Man's clothes and we went to what did we do? Sunday. We went to Aladdin's. Like I don't like chain restaurants. I try to boycott them. There's a loophole though. I don't know if they have any in New Hampshire, but
I have
they
no, I don't, I've never heard of that.
I didn't even tell you the name.
Aladdin's?
Oh, I said it already?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I was like, what
yeah.
the? I'm like,
I'm reading your mind. No, you said.
um, but we went to Aladdin's. I love it. I've discovered it in when I was going to Akron. They have two because they started in Ohio. They have two in Ohio. And it is like Mediterranean, Middle Eastern food, and it's all like fresh and like homemade in each store. So each one is like kind of its own.
Okay.
Amazing. Baba ganoush, pita bread. Although I do have to say, I wish their pita bread stayed a little bit warmer longer because like once you get to the end, the bottom of the pita
Uh,
pile, they're like not as great. But I'll give
right.
them like everything else. They have such good salads and soups and delicious. So we went there for lunch after we ran some errands, and this girl was like, "I love your sweater." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." It's eBay man's. And then today when I was leaving, he was like, "Where's my sweater?" I'm like, "I don't know." I'm like wearing it.
That is oddly enough one of James's pet peeves. He hates when I wear his clothes. And I'm like, get over yourself. Like literally get over yourself. And I will secretly wear his stuff, but I have to make sure like if I wear his sweatshirt, I have to uncuff it because I have to roll it up because it's too big for me.
Yeah.
So he'll be like, Allie, what the hell? And I'm like, "Ugh, oh shit, I must have not uncuffed it." But I'm like, James, like, if that's the worst thing that I do, then like get over yourself. I was like, why does it bother you? He's like, because you have your own shit. And I'm like, okay, but I like wearing your stuff. You can wear my stuff if you want. Like, feel free. It's
No,
just
I get that.
cozy.
It is cozy. And like I definitely don't have a ton of sweaters like for sweater
Yeah.
weather right now. So
So
like
weather weather.
sweater weather. His size mediums, men's medium fits me like a glove. Like men's medium, I wear everything in men's medium.
He
Love.
also like, yeah, like it would like it's style on you. I can't wear James's things and be stylish. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Like he's just too tall. It ain't gonna work. It's gonna be like I actually used to wear some of his like graphic tees in college as like t-shirt dresses.
Oh, I could see
So
that. Yeah.
that worked, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but no, oh God, I love sweater weather. I like need to go through my clothes and figure out number one. So I did like the what do you call it? Your like color theory for your face. What do you call
Oh
that?
yeah.
I guess like you figure color analysis, skin color
Color
analysis.
analysis.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
So I got gifted one of those. So I am a true summer and I lean cool,
Oh.
which makes sense. I mean, like I've always been able to pull off every hair color, so I just don't think that that really matters. Because like when my hair was like a cooler blonde, I personally felt like it washed me out. Like I
Yeah,
would
that would
have to
make
wear
sense.
makeup, but
Hmm
according to like my color analysis, my hair should lean cooler. But I love my red hair, so like that will keep.
hmm
But I'm going through my winter fall stuff and I'm gonna like get rid of, donate, or sell whatever I can that doesn't really work because you buy shit and you're like, that's super cute. And then you put it on and you're like, why does this make me look horrible and like ill? And it's not because the
Mm,
thing is ugly or it doesn't fit you. It's just the color can totally throw you off. So I'm excited to go through the clothes to get rid of
hmm
some stuff and make
hmm
room for a couple of like staple pieces, like a good quality
Yes.
sweater,
Yes.
good quality, just like cozy tops. There's this Skims dupe. It's just like a t-shirt, like it's a baby tee, but it's really flattering. And I see people like having just like a couple of like neutral colors, and it can just pair well with a cool jacket, or if you're into layering, like this time of year, I have to layer because I get hot during the day. And so like they're
Love to
easy to just
layer.
layer with. So that's my kind of my goal this winter is to lean more into having like tops that really go with my color analysis. Like the pants, I feel like it doesn't really matter because I don't wear like crazy colors. Like I just wear like
Yeah.
denim or like black pants. But it was super cool. Super cool. I would have never done it for myself either. Like it was a gift. So,
I love that. It's funny. We are the exact opposite. I think I'm a dark winter.
oh, for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I can just like because it goes with like your undertones and your natural
Yeah.
like eye color, whatever. Like
hmm
I definitely you're more olivey undertone, would you say?
My sister is really olive. I'm like a step less olive than her. So
But
she's
you
like,
lean more olive.
yeah, but like pinks also look really good on me. Like pinks look good, but that's not like a dark winter. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I am like two different ones ish, but I know for sure dark winter because like this looks good. Like it
Because you can be a season, but then you can lean a couple of ways. So
mm,
probably if I mean, and also like if you feel like something looks good on you,
yeah, you
then I
can
think
wear
it's
it.
also like wear it
Yeah.
because you also have to go with like what do I feel is bringing out like if I feel confident in this color, then like that's going to bring out like good energy and beauty. But yeah, there are sometimes that I have this specific top in mind. I thrifted it.
Uh-huh.
I was like, this is sick. It's so beautiful. It's like a mustard yellow, which I like sounds weird, but I was
Oh
like,
no, it does not look
it looks
I can't
horrible. It looks
I can't.
horrible. No, it looks horrible. It would look good on, I think it would probably even look good on you because it's more warmy and like maybe
hmm
mustard yellow isn't the
I
right
have a
color.
mustard yellow sweater that I just wore. Yeah, it was
But
in my stories.
yeah, I love it. It's like so cute. It's fall. And the truth is, like, warm just doesn't look good on me. It's like
Mm.
you look, I look like jaundice. I do. I do. So I am I lean cool. I'm a true summer. My neutrals include like some pinkies. Like we are just vibing. So
Mhm.
kind of excited to dive into that because that
I
is
love that.
not something I would do for myself.
I I have a hard time on buying things and also like receiving things that like don't serve like a actual purpose.
Sure.
Like i.e. when EB Man bought me this, I'm on my mind I was like, I don't need another necklace. No, and then now I like love it and I didn't have it
Mm,
for like 2 weeks and I'm like, where's my necklace? Like my
mm.
what do you call it? Like your safety blanket,
Oh, yes, yeah, your
security,
security.
security, yeah. Now it's like my security thing, but yeah, I would love to do that eventually. Just to get like a
Honestly, I know we're entrepreneurs and we should support other entrepreneurs. I knew this by like taking a little test on TikTok. Like I was able to pretty
uh
much figure it out. However, I will say the person that like the woman who runs like owns the business, she includes makeup palettes. She includes sample of stuff. Like it is a very comprehensive package, but if you want to just get an idea, TikTok has a lot of tests. Now, are you going to know if that's accurate? No, but you can get an idea.
I mean, this just proves, you can get dupes. They're not going to be exactly what you need or want or,
Yep.
for you in whatever capacity, but no, that makes sense. So maybe I won't do that. I kind of already know. I just need to, for as much as I have the ability to go thrifting, like it's just so low on my list, like we were just talking
Yeah.
about via text. I need a kitchen table. I need a kitchen table to sit and eat at.
Yeah.
This needs to happen. It is causing me like stress and just like I can't be working and I can't
Because you're
shit.
eating at your desk, right?
Yes,
Not good.
not good. You
Not
don't
good.
shit where you eat.
That's true. It's true. Um, that would be very frustrating. And you know, it's crazy. We are holding on to like a small table for somebody.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, James, I want to get rid of it. Like, do we need this? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's driving me
Mhm.
crazy. And as you're like, I need a table. Well, I'm like, if you live closer, I would just fucking give you this because I want it gone. It's like really
Uh,
cute too, but I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
so you need, that is like, has to get done because it will change your life. You'll feel like there's
I'll feel more put
uh,
together.
designated spaces for things.
Yes, yes. So I looked at a few, haven't heard back, but that's my goal this week is to secure it, if not pick it up. Like
Mm,
it's
hmm
gonna happen this week. Saturday is a great day to pick it up Saturday morning. I'll be
Saturday's
with
a great
Eve.
day.
Saturday's a great day. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna
Um,
happen.
so yeah, that's this week we're securing that. I still need, like I said, a tall lamp in here, a coffee table, a rug,
Mm,
a small lamp, end tables, and then one more lamp, and then for my bedroom and a stand-up desk I want to get for my office space and get rid of this desk. We're getting
yeah.
there. We kind of took a
Yeah.
hiatus for a minute because there was just too much stuff going on.
It's a lot. Like,
It
I think
is.
when curating your space, sometimes you get like, I have to do it now. I have to do it now. It has to get all done. And then you can potentially buy things that you don't really like. They don't actually
Mm-hmm.
serve a purpose. It's a piece
Mm-hmm.
of shit, or you didn't measure it right. And so
Mm-hmm.
I did that with every apartment that we lived in because, like, I get a really big dopamine hit. And I think
Same.
I was at a point in I was a little struggling more, so I will say. So, like, those dopamine hits were everything. And when we moved in here, I told James, I go, it's going to take me a while, but that's okay because I want to be very intentional because he doesn't give a fuck what we put, like he's like, oh, we could put a car poster here. And I'm like, no, 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 we can't. We fucking can't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of fun to take breaks and to have a mission, so to speak, of like what
Mm-hmm.
you want to find.
Mm-hmm. And my
Ugh,
mission this past, what was it? Week was get a new PCP. So I just put in a call for a group and they have like several. And I was like, give me a woman
yeah,
who earliest convenience. So the call is out. We're gonna book it, and that will be another thing off my plate. So slowly but surely. Also, random side note, when this comes out, oh, I'll be maybe heading to New York City for a weekend.
maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, the episode after that, we will know. So yeah, I'm
When are
like,
you deciding? This is weird. Have you not
well,
decided?
it's more of like not decided. It's just more of like we need all the bases covered.
Yes, yes, yes. We have a
So
checklist.
we have a checklist.
Yes.
And if you recall from me ripping off the Band-Aid, eBay Man has eBay's son. So we have to make sure he's all good and his grandparents can watch him, that kind of stuff. Because just
Hmm.
for the weekend, like we might just do, I don't know, maybe 3 full days or 4 days, I don't know. But it's just like navigating that, like making sure he's okay, making sure like all those things. Because that's like a lot to like put on people,
Yeah.
just be like, hey, we're going here really quick. But maybe we'll see Matty. Might see him.
I was on the phone with him last night.
Oh
We
yeah.
were we were just recapping and all the whole things and we'll talk offline, but
Mm-hmm.
um I love being on the phone. Like I literally love being on the phone. I look down James's I'm like cooking dinner and he's like, "Oh, like are you going to be much longer?" And I was like, "No, dinner's almost ready." And I look down at my phone and I'm like, Mateo, it has been an hour and a half. We should probably get off the phone. And he's like, well, hold on, I'll just bring you in the shower. And I was like, okay, James, let me just finish this thought. And then I was like, okay, I really have to go. We are eating dinner. And he was like, what are you having? And he's like, can you text me that? I need like toddler meals. And I'm like, yes, I will text you my toddler meals. Yes, I will get that for you. Like, I love the type of people that you can and we did that for, not that we don't talk on the phone, but there was a period of time where, especially when you were in Colorado, you were like
Oh,
every single day and it was like hours at a time. And I love that. Like, I'm the type of person that can be on the phone forever and it doesn't
same.
bother me. So,
No, there were, but the funny thing was like the times when I would call, it would be, it reminded me of those TikTok memes where it was like when you're like getting on the phone being funny and your friend's having a meltdown and you're like throwing on, you're like taking off the costume, like getting serious.
but I don't mind playing the roles of whatever people need. Like, it
Mhm.
actually, like, it doesn't
Yeah.
stress me out. It doesn't bog me down. I'm like, let's do this. Are we wearing a business hat? Are we being silly? Do you need a therapist? What do you need? Let me pop in my AirPods and I'm good to go. Battery fully charged. I've got a water. I'm good.
Oh, I love that. That's funny.
Life. So we were talking about, before we started recording, kind of the newest, I guess, health trend, if you will, that we're seeing all over TikTok. It's on the fucking TikTok shop. Everybody's falling
Oh,
victim to it in a way.
mm, yeah.
Is with like inflammation and lymphatic drainage and the vibration plates and doing all of these things, and that's your biggest problem now. Like, that's the thing you need to solve, because there's always something that you're going to see online, like TikTok, Instagram, of the newest obsession, right? And there
Mhm.
is a time and place for these things, like hormone health, gut health, lymphatic drainage. Like, all of these things have a time and place, but at certain times you just get it like shoved all over your For You page, and that's all you're seeing, and you feel like, I have to buy the next latest and greatest thing. And
Mhm.
it's so overwhelming. Like, how are you supposed to just be like a person on the internet trying to just like get some, I don't know, just like even be on your phone, you're like, oh God, now this thing is wrong with me, now this thing is wrong with me, and I need to buy this new thing. It's exhausting.
And yeah, it is really exhausting, especially as coming from someone how we were just talking about how lipedema,
Yeah.
lymphedema has been like slowly invading my brain space and my giving me nightmares at night. That was like literally that has it's like the age of information. So many people, especially on TikTok, are self-diagnosing things their doctor may never have caught. And this is the
Right.
positive side, right? I
Right.
realized I'm 99.9% sure I have like early stage 1 lipedema where I have the fibroids like under my skin and it's painful. I am 99.99% sure. No doctor has ever told me that, looked at it, or I never even realized it till I was not reading because we're not reading on TikTok. I was consuming
I read
videos
an
of
article
I read an article or
on
study. Um
TikTok.
literally. And I would not have realized that if I wasn't getting inundated with a lot of information about it. So on
Right.
the positive side, so many people are finding out, so many people are realizing they have like fucking cancer or this, or people are like, please get this checked out. And they're
Pointing
like,
out like, oh, you have this lump on your neck. Like, it might be nothing, but I don't know if you've ever noticed it, right? Like, that is actually the incredible thing about social media, is that people are observing so heavily. So
yes.
that side of it is really cool.
Yeah, so in that side, I like, and again, I'm also learning like, oh, I could start doing this or start doing that. That's good. I'm, making moves. But then the other side is where it can overwhelm you,
Yeah.
paralyze you, like, and then you're getting fed all the videos on, like you said, the vibration plate, which I do need to get. Like this, like that, like another oil, another supplement, another whatever it is, and that gets overwhelming. And then it's hard as imagine I'm putting my cap on as if I'm just a normal person that is not a health coach and doesn't understand how a lot of things can be, slimy, fake, whatever. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I need that oil, I need that supplement. And then you're just feeling overwhelmed buying all this stuff and not sure what's working, what's not working. That is the downside of it, and that
Yeah.
is, like, the infuriating part because it does feel like every month we just pick something new to focus on, and, of course, right now it's been inflammation, which is also funny because, like, that's a big thing for my body, it's just inflammation,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
working on that, but inflammation specifically is just such a broad topic. It's like saying cancer, like, so many types of cancer, although cancer is more on the scale of, like, traumatic to, like, a cold, right? It's more traumatic, but it's so broad, it's so vague, like, inflammation from what? From where? Whatever, and
Right.
people can easily put any kind of supplement and be like, "It's great for inflammation," right? Because, like,
Right.
most thing olive oil is great for inflammation, like,
Yeah.
literally anything.
Like
But
your big toe could be inflamed because you stubbed it into the wall.
yeah, from,
Like
like, what like, it's
there's
not
yeah, it's kind of a it's a word that can be made really fancy and scientific, but it's really not. And a lot of the
Mhm,
times what we see on TikTok is like, I lost 10 pounds. Like I was struggling with my weight and it was just this inflammation. And it really,
mhm,
it poses things like, is lymphatic drainage important? Yes. But when we're having these little TikTok shop ads about you need this plate because it's going to help you drop that 10 pounds and it's not actually fat, it's you all of this inflammation and blah 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 blah, and then people are like, oh, this is the solution. Oh no, it's my gut. Oh no, it's actually
mhm,
my hormones. Oh no, it's
mhm,
actually, and it's intense. So it's kind of like we have to, like, the consumer has to be aware, but when we're
mhm.
scrolling and it's like 3-second hits, it's hard to remind yourself of that.
It is, and my brain was going
Like even
somewhere.
sometimes I'm like, do I need that? And I'm like, no, 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 you don't. Because but you get, like, it hits that part of your brain where you're
Yeah.
like, solution.
Oh my god, I fall for that, but my brain loves
Your
a
brain
solu
loves that.
my brain loves a list. My brain loves a step by step, do this, do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like safety in knowing what to do. Like, love that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
whenever I got off medication and was kind of on my tour of talking about like getting off of medication and getting through an autoimmune disease, and not rightfully, but um I don't know what the right word is, but people would ask, like, "Well, what was the cause? Well, what happened?
Ah,
Well, what was the thing?" And, like, there is no way I could be like, "It was this." Every single
mhm.
time I said it was a litany of things. It was like a spider web with black holes to, like, a different universe. Like, it was so many things, and so whenever I stumble on those, I honestly do hate TikTok shop ads. Like, I literally wanna every time I see them, they're just so annoying and also, like, very cheesy too, always, I swear, where they're just, like, salesy,
Yeah.
like,
The
super
only ones I do really like, it'll be like a girl putting on shapewear. And
mm,
it's like these jeans didn't fit before. And then she puts on this like super tight shapewear. And I'm like, you know what? That was pretty lit. Like, do we know we're being sold to? Yes. But did you just do it in a way where I was like, you know what? If I was looking for shapewear, I might buy that. But it's like,
yeah.
if you see the cart below, it's 50% off right now. And I'm like, oh no, no, I'm not. This is not like fucking QVC. Okay. I'm not like trying to buy shit off my TV. Let me scroll.
But when it comes to any time people are talking about this healed that, there are so many
Mm,
roundabout ways how something got healed. And people would ask me all the time, like, for some reason, my mom loves to tell people that I had psoriatic arthritis, and then I get like everyone and their mother like
Oh,
texting me and asking me, well, what did you do to get to, and I'm like, it wasn't one thing. It was literally,
right.
I worked on so many aspects of my health, still working on that, still working on that stuff. So when I see ads like that, especially for inflammation, for gut health, for this or that, and it improved all these things, just remember it's like literally never one thing. It is so
Mm,
many different things. Everything affects literally everything from your nervous system to your childhood to um if you grew up taking a ton of antibiotics, if you what else, like our mold exposure. I mean, the list goes on of how many things get affected by our health, and it's hard, I mean, for me at least, to not get frustrated and also like overwhelmed with myself if I fall into the trap of seeing, a diagnosis I think I have, and then I'm like fed all the information. And it's
mm,
like, and then you're just kind of like over it. But we
mm.
see you, we feel your pain, and just know it's like not one thing. Those things can be helpful, but like you're better off putting your money in doing the free shit first
Yeah,
and focusing on getting actual support from someone who's going to create that plan for you. Because I
yeah.
bet you I could have found some kind of generic plan of how to heal my autoimmune disease, but like there's so many different things that could happen in the process of it, of learning new information, that I probably wouldn't have gotten to the end result without having someone help me through that.
Yeah. No, and like honestly, it's really it's silly to think that you can sift through that yourself. Like
Yeah.
it's too much information. You're not like trained in understanding these things. Like I think it honestly is so weird to me because we grow up our entire lives having someone to teach us, to be a mentor. And then at one point in our lives, we're like, nope, I can do everything myself. I have the internet, I have TikTok, I have all of this. And we forget that, like, you are just one person. Like, you do
Mhm.
not need to try and solve all of your problems, especially like things that you're struggling with your health. You do not need to do it alone. And there's not going to be one like miracle supplement or doing this one thing. Like, we have to remind ourselves that asking for the help, asking for help from like somebody qualified, and then not putting all the eggs in the basket of like, oh, it's this miracle supplement, this miracle routine or whatever, because like you said, it's never one thing. Like this is where we start, and then we just kind of pull the thread and we see where it goes. And
Mhm.
6 months later, you're like, oh my God, no wonder, for a weight loss example. No wonder I have trouble tracking my food and I have to eat my whole plate because when I was younger, my family would be like, clean plate club gets $1. It's like, it's not one thing. And so similarly
Yeah.
with your health, if you're like, oh, I have really bad bloating. Oh, it's because you need to go to the bathroom. Well, no, not necessarily. Like it can be so many different things. You don't need to take a laxative.
Yeah.
It's so complex. And I think a lot of the time women, because we want to just be like fiercely independent, it's like I can figure it out on my own, and it's like you might be able to, but like let's also not make it so hard for ourselves. Like there's no shame in asking for help. I don't know.
I agree. I agree, as a overly independent person, like, yeah, that's something that sometimes hard for me to
Because it's
ask for.
vulnerable. Asking for help is
Yeah.
vulnerable, and like
Yes.
we don't want people to sometimes see that like it's not even weak, but I think it's perceived as weak. It's like, I should be able to do it on my own. And it's like, bitch, no. Like you don't have to. But then
Yeah.
we all find our place of like where we don't want to ask for help and it feels like really vulnerable. But I think for me, health-wise, there's no vulnerability there. I'm like, I need help. But if you're talking about like other things, I'd be like, oh no. No, no, no one can know. No one can know.
I agree with that 100%. I think another good thing to talk about is just the power of changing one thing. And
Yeah.
I've experienced this with reducing my coffee intake, which I, came out and shared what I had to share, that I was quitting coffee cold turkey, and then I was dying, and I realized, okay, we're not doing that. Now we have reduced our coffee, and I did not fall victim into going into old habits when I was at eBay
Hey,
Man's.
isn't that a great example though of just like why we don't go all or nothing?
Yeah, we talked about that.
No, I know, but just to remind the people and to remind yourself, like sometimes our brains get silly and it's like I'm experienced, it's not gonna bother me. And it's like we still find ourselves doing that. So just a little reminder to the people. Reminder to
And
the people.
and to me. Yes. And yeah, so we talked about like I tend towards extreme things, and I was like, I'm good. I don't need to drink out coffee. And then I was dying. And so we cut the intake by 75%. And I was tested when I was at eBay Man's house to I could have had more. And I was like, no, I'm good. Like I don't need
Oh,
more coffee. I kept to, like, my same amount, and I didn't have my stevia, so that probably helped too, because it was a little bitter, and I was like, "Well," like, trying to drink coffee that was, like, not like my normal sweet-ish coffee. So that probably did help. But because of changing one thing, it has been trickling into other areas of my life.
hmm.
And again, yeah, we're health coaches, but like sometimes things need a little reboot and a little refresh to like just get old habits revamped, right?
Yeah.
So coffee intake down, water intake way up. I'm now clocking in like I'd say 100 ounces a day, which was like I was on the struggle bus for a minute, and 100 ounces is good. I wanna get to a gallon. We'll get there. I'm not trying to do it tomorrow because, again, extreme. But
Hmm.
sorry, your face. But coffee
What?
intake down, that is funny. Water intake up, and then I noticed, okay, I'm drinking less coffee. I really need to be getting my 8 plus hours of sleep consistently.
Yeah.
So my sleep has gone up. So because of one small habit, everything else is changing, and it wasn't like I was going out and changing my entire life in one night. I was just allowing things to gradually change and improve. So when it feels like you have so many things that need changed, just focusing on one thing, you will see a trickle effect, and it's way less pressure. Like I really wasn't thinking, I knew my water needed to be back up, and I knew my sleep routine needed to be better. I needed to get more sleep, but I wasn't putting all this pressure to do it all at once. It just kind of happened over time. So I think we can forget
Yeah.
how much change can happen from one small thing.
100%. And I think it's forgetting, but it's also when you want change, you want it immediately. When
Mhm,
you are ready to approach your goals, you want them like now. And so our brain is
mhm,
like, well, if I do more, I'll get there faster. But that's not
mhm,
true, right? Because if you're doing so much right from the jump, something will end up falling, right? There's just not enough space for it to be into your routine. So I love just reminding myself and my clients, if you're drinking more water, like we start there. And when you say more water, I think when we're talking with our clients, like it's not just like arbitrarily, are you drinking enough water? Are you drinking more water? We set
yeah,
goals because
yeah.
otherwise, what are we doing? So
More is nothing.
more is nothing.
That's like tracking a banana. Small. What is a
Small
small
banana. What?
banana?
What? Everybody's perception of small or large is different. Everybody's perception of enough water is different. So if we're working, with a client and they want to lose weight, but they are not drinking more than 20 ounces of water. Like think of like a Poland Springs water bottle. That's like 16 ounces of water. If that's all you're drinking, well, we need to start by doubling it. And you might be like, oh, that's crazy. I can drink more water. Well, peace and love. You haven't been. So
Mhm,
let's not jump the shark. Let's just start by doubling that water. So you drink two of those 16 ounces. And then
mhm,
when that feels easy, you do three 16 ounces. And
mhm,
before you know it, your cravings are down. You're going to the bathroom easier. You're
mhm,
not as reaching for the coffee. You're not as tired. Like all of these things happen. And then you're like, oh, wow, I'm good with my water. Now, because I'm having less cravings, I'm actually getting in fruits and vegetables, right? Like, I'm sorry. a lot of adults are not eating enough fruits and vegetables. Like, let's talk about that. So, we
Exactly.
don't need to jump right into the calorie deficit and the food tracking and your workouts, right? These things are important for sure, but we need to take it back, strip it all the way down, remind ourselves, let's start with water, or let's start with fruits, veggies, and protein. And then everything else will slowly fall into place. It is the domino effect because you start to
Hmm.
feel better. You have more energy. Oh, I can do more. Then I start to feel even better, right? I have more energy. I'm feeling really satisfied with my food. Well, now I can go crush a workout because I'm not fucking starving and dehydrated, right?
Hmm.
You don't need a pre-workout supplement. You don't need um like a I'm like trying to think of like what are people having nowadays. You don't
I don't
need
even know.
I would say like when I was big in the supplement game, it was like essential amino acid powder and like an intra-workout carb.
BCAAs,
And no, not BCAAs.
essential amino acid powder. I never even heard of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, because BCAAs is not like the complete. It's basically like people were taking BCAAs, but like it's literally doing nothing because it's not like the complete
Right.
amino acids. But like an
Right.
EAA is the so that was more of the advanced side. Oh yeah.
Wow.
So, but like I used to be a big supplement head, especially in college, because it was so that was in with social media and like everybody was getting these banging results. And like, did I have a good body? Yeah, but I was also putting a lot of shit into my body that like is it helpful? Maybe, not necessarily. Is it
Hmm.
bad for you? No. But do you need it? No. Could I have gotten the same results by just having like more whole foods? Yeah. Like
Yeah.
yeah, but everything is flashy like that. Like that stuff is like cool and like taking a fat burner is cool
Hmm.
and like I mean if you're doing that now, peace and love, maybe that's why you have anxiety. Talk about a bitch in college who was drinking way too much energy drinks and a fat burner in the same day. How did my heart not explode?
I do have to say, I'm not proud that I've never taken a fat burner, but I've never taken a fat burner, but I
You're
did do
so cool.
I did the detox teas.
Well,
So,
of course. I mean, we all have our thing. And I think that's why it's like we don't come on here and we're like, do the basics and then everything kind of falls into place and it's a domino effect. We're not saying that because we think we're better and because like we have these like crazy, strict disciplines and we can drink our water. But it's because like we have been with you in the trenches. We were having
trenches.
the detox teas, the fat burners,
Hmm.
being big into the supplements, doing hit workouts, really pushing our
Hmm.
body to a place.
Hmm.
And we know what it's like to be like, okay, I actually, at one point, stopped doing all that bullshit and I started doing things that were less sexy, were less appealing, like drinking water, right?
Hmm.
Having real fruits and vegetables and not just relying on a greens powder, right? Like when you kind of take a look back at like everything that we've done, it's like, well, I see why I coach the women I do because I needed me.
1,000%. And I think like I think people will even ask me like, "Oh, what supplements are you taking?"
Right.
And like I don't take a lot of performance supplements.
Right.
Like I have a protein powder and I have creatine. Both
Yep.
of those are really backed by science that shows like this is beneficial. Everyone should be taking creatine, to be honest. I
Yeah.
mean, if you have liver issues or kidney pre-existing issues, talk to your doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Talk to your doctor about any supplementation.
yeah. But there are not many things I take. Now, if we're talking for my health, for what my coach suggests and like prescribes, not doctor prescribe, but like my coach does, I take a lot. But because it makes sense for my journey. So I'm not spending, it makes sense for my health and what I'm
Yeah.
working on, but it's not like where I don't use all those things because like why would I waste my time and energy on that stuff that's really not going to work when I can get way better results, if not probably subpar but like better, eating the food
Yeah.
and putting your money elsewhere into a gym membership, into a coach, into whatever. I mean, there was one of my friends from high school, when we started working together a couple years ago, man, I went through what she was taking and I was like, you can finish this stuff, but you don't need to buy more. It was like
Yeah.
BCAAs, it was like all the like special like there's other types of creatine like micronized creatine and
Yeah.
depending on like if you get bloated or not, but she didn't need that. But we dropped off like $150 worth of supplements a month that she didn't need because that's just like what we see from, before that was before TikTok was really super big. Um,
Yeah.
but now just keeping that in mind, like we tell you guys this because we've done it all and we don't want you to waste your time, energy, money on things that aren't worth it for you when you can work on the habits that are going to make the biggest bang for your buck. Like you just need
Yeah.
to go outside and get some sunlight. Like put your feet in the grass. I'm telling you, that's more healing than a BCAA, than um taking, I don't know, some kind of mushroom powder. Now, you could take the mushroom powder before bed or something and you feel more relaxed and that helps you sleep better and then the trickle down effect. But if
Yeah.
that's stopping you from trying to do things that are going to make you feel more relaxed, then, that's a whole other story.
Yeah. And I feel a lot of the time people, again, they want the results. They have limited time, so they think what is going to make the most change. And it
Mhm.
doesn't feel like doubling your water intake is going to make the most change. It doesn't feel like having more protein through your day is going to make the change. It feels like getting in harder workouts, getting in steps. Like
Yeah.
I think a lot of people lean more towards movement is how I get the result. When movement is great, it's essential, but we
Uh-huh.
have to properly hydrate, properly fuel your body. Like your body needs these things. Like we don't just come onto the earth here and we're just built to move our bodies. Like we actually need to replenish if we want to have this
Mhm.
good energy. If we want to be able to not only like feel good in a workout, but like go out into the world and like feel good and feel confident. Like nobody running on energy drinks and like low carbs feels good on like a
No.
normal day out. Like if you're thinking, it's the fall, we're going into the holidays. You are not going to feel good if like all week you are underfeeding yourself. You don't drink a lot of water, you love your energy drinks, and then you go into the holiday and you just completely have no self-control because you're starving. And then you wake up the next day and you're like, "Well, now I need to get in this really crazy workout because I screwed up with my plan." And it's like, "Well, that was never
Mhm.
a good plan to start with." Like peace and love.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's kind of it's interesting, and I think it makes sense as to why a lot of people really focus on the movement, right? Because in our brains, it's like, okay, movement, burn calorie, lose weight, movement, burn calorie, tone. But we miss that kind of like replenishing that energy, giving our body what it needs. Like you could you could work out 7 days a week for how many hours, but if you're not eating and refueling your body in a better way, you're not going to get the results that you want. And like for fucking real, nobody has time to be working out like a maniac. Like we don't need to be doing that. We have a lot of other
No.
things that we can do, and you don't have
Yeah.
to. Like for Christ's sakes, I opened up TikTok the other day and somebody was like, they're going through like a day in the life, and it was like, I work out like 7 days a week. And I'm like, why? Like, I like to go for a walk every day, but I'm
Mhm.
not working out 7 days a week because who has who has that capacity?
I have so many thoughts. Where do I want to start? Well, let me put a pin. I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
One thing I've been seeing a lot in my DMs because I work with menopausal women is that
Yeah.
they've been telling me over and over again, well, I want to feel stronger and feel like better again. So I went low carb.
Right.
Guys, these are two conflicting desires. You're going to feel like shit when you go low carb. I repeat, you will feel like shit when you go low carb. And this is not to like yell at them, but I'm yelling at you. Low carb's not gonna work. You wanna feel stronger, you wanna feel better again, we have to eat properly and make sure we're eating enough, which hold on, having difficult technical difficulties. we have to eat enough.
Yeah.
So if you want to actually feel better, you got to eat more food. So going low carb because you want to see the scale go down is such a, again, a blimp on the radar. It's such a, um,
It's
you want
instant
Thank you.
gratification.
Yes, yes. And it's conflicting to the goal you actually want because when you build more muscle, your metabolism, your burning hourly rate of calories is going up. That's going to make it way easier to feel stronger. So I just had to note that because like it's just so funny when I did that too. I was like, okay, I'm going to eat
Right.
lower carb and then so many other things crash because of that, like hormones, like your general health,
You just
your
have no energy. Like,
yeah, and then you
even on,
can't
like, the the short term, like, it's not
right.
great for your health, but and I have to know why. A lot of my clients are like, "I need to know the why." We clearly attract who we are. And your body runs on carbs, right? So like we can't like you got to feed the machine. If
Mhm.
you even if you want to lose weight, you still need a level of carbs. So again, when we say eat enough, what does that mean? Well,
Right.
that means you probably need to work with a coach. If you're listening to this and you're like, "Well, what does enough mean?" Well, that means we got to take a look at what is actually happening because there are some women out here that are not eating what I eat in half of a day.
Mhm.
And they're
And
wondering why I have no energy. Why do I feel
even
like shit?
100% even Sunday, we had such a busy day and it was like
Right.
I don't know what time it was, like 4? Yeah, 4 when we finally got back to his apartment or maybe around 5. I felt like dog shit.
Yep.
I felt terrible. Did not drink enough water, did not eat nearly enough food. I looked at my tracker and I was like, I have like 1,000 calories I need to eat." Like it
Yeah.
was just one of those days. So if think about that times how many years of where you've been doing that, and then you can like throw in a couple weeks or days of like binging because you're dying of hunger and you're just like, I need to eat something.
Mhm.
That's where we get into that mode of like binging and all those things and why you're stuck in that pattern. So I wanted to close that loop. That's why
Yeah, yeah.
lower carb, it's not working for you. Other loop. Now that I'm in this era of like I just want my body to feel good and like it's not that I think we all go through this. You probably did too, where like working out is such like your identity and
Yeah.
you want to look as banging as possible. But now that I'm entering my 30s here soon, and after, tearing my meniscus and all those things, like I just want to feel fucking good and not be limited by my body and its capacity to move.
Yeah.
Even if I don't think if that did require me, which I know it doesn't, to work out 7 days a week, there's just so much more stuff I wanna do now
Yeah.
besides working out 7 days a week. Like, literally, so many more things I wanna do. I wanna go here, I wanna go there, travel, life stuff, running our empires. I mean, like, I don't have time either to literally, to work out 7 days a week. Like, it's kinda
No.
like I have other stuff to do. I'm sure all of you listening
Exactly.
have other stuff you want to do,
Exactly. Right, and
and
we
you don't
see
have to do that.
influence You don't have to do that, but we
Right.
see influencers or content creators who that is their job, right? They can film their day in the life, they can film their workout. And so, number one, that's how somebody like that might be able to get 7 workouts in a week. Number two, at my most extreme, and it never felt extreme. I will put that as a caveat. It never felt extreme. It was actually really attainable for me. It's something that I enjoyed. However, as you get older, you have more responsibilities. So we have to remind ourselves we're allowed to change and grow. But at my most, I was working out 5 days a week. Now I don't want to do that, right? Like I vacillate between 3 and 4 workouts. If I have to get a workout in at home, it's not the end of the world. Like, do I want to be the most banging? Yes, yes. And I don't have to be at the gym all of these hours more than 4 days a week to make it happen because it comes down to okay, what else are you doing outside of the gym? Oh, you want to go to a little fall festival? Well, you're going to be walking, so that's going to help you get your steps in. Oh,
Mhm.
you want to go to the fall festival and enjoy a donut? Okay, well, let's just make sure that we're having, you know, 2 eggs, two chicken sausage, maybe you put a little collagen in your coffee before you go. So you're not
Hmm.
going in completely ravenous, right? Like
Hmm.
we don't have to do the extreme shit. We don't have to be living in the gym 7 days a week because we have life to live, right? Not only are
Hmm.
you working, but you want to actually enjoy the life. Like I don't work out to just have a banging body. Like I want to look good, but I also want to be able to go on hikes, not feel winded when I'm running around, right? Like you
Hmm.
want to have a quality of life. And
Yeah.
when you're running yourself into the ground, you're trying to just get the best results. Sometimes it really does impact your quality of life because what does the best results mean?
I agree. And also, like, it does take the fun out of exercise when you're constantly looking at it as an end result to look a
Mm,
certain way only. Like, that was me for a long time. That is not me anymore. Like, my end result is like right now, it's been like working on like my knees and rehabbing
yeah.
that and not
I
having to
don't think I
work.
have an end result.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
Do you feel like long term, like I think I have many goals per se, but I think the
Mhm.
end result is just to like keep feeling good and just like doing things that I know are good for me.
Well, by end result, I mean like I was so focused on aesthetics. Like I was just
Ah,
like,
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
that's
Okay.
that's what I want. Maybe not end result. Like my big goal was just
Okay.
aesthetics. So I think it's good to have many goals and goals beyond, things that are just basic. Like we say, the scale is not everything. And having just your health journey centered around the scale is a very
It's hard.
de- depressing and hard goal to have because
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much can affect that. And we don't need to go down that rabbit hole right now.
Girls, you know it. You've listened to us. You know it.
Um, but, having other goals besides just aesthetics and, realizing there's so much more to life, which I think a lot of coaches go through than just, health and then that health around a very superficial level. And
Yeah.
there's so many other ways to get movement in besides that. Especially, like, when I'm talking to women 50 plus, like, you can work out at home. You don't have to let a gym stop you, like, the ability of going to the gym stop you. I go to the gym, but I can do workouts at home too. And all of my clients, actually besides one, go work out at home. They don't work out at a gym. So it's just good to remember that, like, there are many ways to skin the cat in the game of health, and we don't have to just focus on it has to look one way,
Hmm.
i.e., an influencer who is, half your age or, whatever, and has a different lifestyle, different ability, no responsibilities. Like that's not your life and trying to compare yourself to living that because you
Hmm.
want to look somewhat like that, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. It gets really hard mentally when you have I want that. I want that aesthetic. I want to look like that.
Yeah.
Why is it so easy for somebody else? And I think as women get older, that does change, but they still might look at, oh, well, she had a baby and this is her 2 years later. And like, why am I feeling like I can't even get to the gym?
Mhm.
Or, oh, this person's also talking about how they're going through menopause. Well, why do I not look like that? Like we all at some point, I think that's just where women are going to just like be hit the most. We're all going to think about why don't I have what they have or why couldn't I do their routine? And it's like, well, we have to take a look at what do you have the space for? What can
Mhm.
you commit to? And nobody got where they are with their body, right? Because oftentimes we're going just purely based on aesthetics when we're scrolling on social media. Nobody
Mhm.
got there overnight. You don't know what dark and hard and scary things that they had to move through. Um,
Mhm.
and it's interesting because the moms that I am working with are they express like I want to love my body again. Like I want to feel good. I don't want to just be focused on the weight, but I want to be able to like have a quality of life. And I think a lot of the times that's such a refreshing thing to hear. And it's important to hear because, yes, we work out and we eat well and we move our body and all these things because primarily we want to look a certain way, right? That's usually the
Hmm.
main motivator. But then, as you said, we get to a point where we care like, I want to be able to go for hikes. I don't want to have knee pain. I don't want to have back pain. I want to
Yeah.
be able to confidently go for like a Sunday fun day and go to a museum, go to a cafe and like know that I
Hmm.
can still nourish my body without like going overboard. Like
Hmm.
there is really so many more interesting things to your health and fitness goals than the number on the scale.
Hmm. Or being in the gym,
Being in
7
the
days a
gym,
week because you think you need to. Yeah,
chugging God knows what supplements.
literally. Anything you want to add before we wrap it up?
This is coming out before Black Friday. So I have, and I know you do, I have some Black Friday offers going on. I will put the link below so that you can check everything out as you are listening to this. They're not solidified because we are sitting at October 28th, which is actually
Mm.
also a month after I got married. So that is really fun,
Whoa.
right?
No.
Yeah. I got married
Um,
September 28th,
a month
October 28th.
ago?
Yeah, I know. I
Wow.
know.
Would not have guessed.
Okay, she was there and she doesn't guess.
I
uh,
it just doesn't feel like a month ago.
I
Rip.
know it's kind of
Good point.
wild, but we digress. Anyways,
Okay.
this is for the first time moms that want to enter their hot mom era. They want to feel their best. They want to lose weight, but they also just want to have a higher quality of life because the bounce back pressure is intense, and I want to teach you how to feel good in your body, how to feel confident in your clothes. Simple tools, simple habits that you can do and not get fucking overwhelmed. You don't need one more thing to throw you over the edge. We're Operation Hot Mom. How many hot moms are we going to create in 2026? Well, we'll see.
I actually love that. My Black Friday deals are solidified, just so you know, but by the time this comes out, so are Ellie's.
Yes, by the time it
Good.
comes out, we have time, people.
Okay. But you can go and put the link there for mine. I have Black Friday deals for the ladies that are menopausal, 50 plus. If your mom has been saying I need to exercise but has not started, if your Aunt Becky, if your grandma who loves to go on cruises and live her life and needs some more strength, these are the deals for her. There's lots of options between the Strength Made Simple program to work out at home. It's completely self-led, or one-on-one coaching with yours truly who loves to work with those ladies. So I'll put the link there below. We're gonna make grandmas, moms, aunts, all of them strong. Make the menopausal weight loss really freaking easy. So I will put the link there. Thank you guys so much for listening. I don't know what happened. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching Kinda Hot, Kinda Healthy. Please make sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, share this with your girlfriend who is getting caught in the TikTok shop spiral and needs pulled out. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere where you can stream podcasts. Tap the link below to, I don't know, share. What did we say last time?
Share your favorite holiday memory.
I feel wow, that sounded so fun.
I was trying to think on my feet. I don't know. I'm feeling stressed.
Okay, share anything you want to share, or maybe something you. Oh, I have a great idea. A guest or a topic you would
Ooh,
love for us to bring on, because our guests the rest of this year are popping, and we're making 2026 our best year of guests ever. So
yes,
drops
yes.
a name of someone or drop like a topic you want
Topic.
us.
What do you want
Yeah,
to hear?
yes, drop
Can
it
we
in
get
the
a
link
color
below.
analysis person on? Let us know.
Anything.
Anything. All
Bye.
right. Bye, guys.